Ipob embarrassed Buharis aide with Dīrty Slāp in US for meddling in anti-Buharis protests. The official was embarrassed and harassed with Dīrty Slāps by Ipob members for meddling in the demonstration and trying to dissuade the protesters. Some Nigerian protesters have been captured in a video slapping top government officials believed to be one of Buhari's aides. The official was harassed and slapped by Ipob protester. In the video obtained by Sahara reporters showed the moment the official, clad in a blue suit, was scolded by the Ipob protester as he tried to convince them to leave the scene of the demonstration. The official, whose identity could not yet be ascertained, was seen approaching the protesters and shouting "And for one Nigeria," but it was resisted as the angry agitator shouted him down and eventually slapped him again for pushing one of them. Meanwhile, in a video obtained by our reporters on Saturday, the official standing in the way of the Ipob group and protesters was humiliated as he yelled, "I am for one Nigeria." One of the agitators then told the government official, "Mention 3 streets in the north. Get out. If you are for one Nigerian, go home. Go home. Go home. Go back to Nigeria and dress like this and let them see you. I just came back from Nigeria. Look at you. Go and sit down." He was, however, slapped when he forced himself on the protester and pushed one of them, which made the person filmed to shout the more as he threatened to beat up the official. Another protester said, "Respect yourself. You are a useless man. Such an unfortunate fellow. You are a citizen. I am a citizen too. We'll beat you and nothing will happen." Sahara reporters had reported last week how 3 groups stormed the United Nations headquarters in New York, United States, to stage protests as Buhari attended to address at the UN General Assembly, an event held for a week. 2 groups were in the US to protest against the ills of Buhari's government, while one was organized by a pro-Biafran clique to stand against his critics. One of the groups, the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination, is headed by the Yoruba historian Professor Banji Akitoye, also activist under the aegis of Take Back movement, who mobilized for a protest at UN headquarters in New York, where they are to lay out their demands. Meanwhile, a 3rd group, one Nigerian group, was there after the members were allegedly paid to express their support for the nation's leader while promoting the concept of unity in diversity. The renowned historian had accused the Nigerian government of sponsoring the counter-protest at UN headquarters, alleging that black foreigners living in the United States of America were hired at $500 per head. Since they said that we will not be allowed to sleep peacefully, they too will not be allowed to sleep. They too will not be allowed to sleep. Do you understand? They will not sleep. Just like Ike Ekweremadu was dealt with, same should happen to the other 8 to President Buhari. Every one of them will be dealt with. Buhari is so lucky that he has security around him. The Biafrans don't mind giving him also a beating of his life. They don't mind, and they will do that. because he has caused them too much pains. Too much pains. Enough is enough. For what reason? And why? And why? So I concur with the decision. I concur with the attack. Some persons will be saying this is wicked, this is evil, this is bad. It is not. The Nigerian government called for it. They call for it. Go out there and see the humiliation. Look at what they are doing to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention. Then you understand why it is good that the Biafrans did what they did to them. It is good. They too should suffer it. They too should enjoy the same pain, because they caused pains on the Biafrans. They too should suffer it. Enough is enough. It's an insult. Do you understand? Of course. They can't be eating their cake and be having it now. So, okay, you look at it. Each day Buhari travel out of the country, if Buhari is really a good president, will there be protests? Will there be protests against him in the UK or any of the outside country that he traveled to? Why is it always like that? Because he's a bad president. Because he's a bad leader. When Jonathan was in power, how many times did they protest against Jonathan outside the country? No time they protested against Jonathan. The only protest I know that was protested against him was when he removed subsidy. And this same Buhari led a revolution then. He led a revolution. Just because he removed subsidy. Now, look at Buhari. His own case became the worst. The worst. And after doing that, nobody agreed to talk. Everybody just watching. Where is Tunde Bakare? Where is Wole Soyinka? All these people that supported him, that backed him up, that stood by him. You know, why he was leading the protest. Where are they? They are nowhere to be found. Because they have been embarrassed by the one that support that was seen abusing Jonathan. Look at the cost of naira per dollar. Is that not an insult? Is that not? See, if nothing is done, I tell you, Nigeria will be worse. Very soon, Nigeria will be worse. All right. Let me hear you anyway from the outside to know what's your take on this very issue. Maybe. Please don't forget to leave your comment below the comment box. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated each time we upload any new videos. Thank you.